the truth profoundly. These are Germans here. Follow me to the message clear. Go Paul, Das, and Paul. They say Duane the writer leads the way. Time to madness, it's blight. Gotta wake up, see the light.
In my experience, I was driving. I was in my car. I was driving somewhere. I wasn't sure where I was going at first. But then I pulled up to this big building. And I recognized it pretty quickly because the logo was on the front. It was the G Fuel HQ. G Fuel headquarters. So I parked my car and I got out. I went inside. I wasn't sure why I was there at the time. But I went up to the front desk and I said that I'm supposed to meet with Mr. Morgan. So I guess I was supposed to meet with Mr. Morgan, the Clifford Morgan, the CEO. I met him on the cruise that Phil and I went to. Phil, you remember him, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he seemed like a cool dude. So yeah, I went up to the front desk and I said I was supposed to meet with him. And the guy at the front desk had to wait on the bench that was over on the side, and Clifford would be down soon. So I went to the bench, and I waited there for a little bit. Who fucking knows how long? And eventually, elevator comes down, and Clifford comes out. So I wave to him, and he waves back. He comes up to me, we shake hands. And then me and Clifford and the person for the front desk get in the elevator and we go up to Clifford's office. And eventually the doors open and we come out into Clifford's office. I hadn't seen his office before then. But we got there, it was pretty wild. I don't know why it kind of like gave me throne room vibes. There's like this kind of dark, long chamber. With just like a desk and it looked like a really comfy chair at the end, and then of course a chair for the person on the other side of the desk, but it was a little cheaper. It's like a folding chair on the other side. So anyways, we get up to the office, we go out, we walk to the end where the desk is, and Cliff sits down at his chair, kind of kicks up his legs, kicks back, and then the assistant dude from the front desk kind of goes to the side of the desk and gets down on his knees and hands and just starts like bowing to the dude like he's worshiping or something. And I was real confused, bro. Like, that's not how a workplace should go. Yeah, and then Clifford looks at me with this expression that I didn't really know what it meant. And he just kind of like stared at me for a bit. Like he was expecting me to do something. So I kind of like started to walk over to the chair to sit down because that's what I was there for. And when I started to do that, Cliff told the desk dude that he could get up and go back to the front desk. And the guy did like a bow and then he left for the elevator. And then Clifford gestured to the chair so I could finally sit down, right? And then Clifford kind of leans over a bit and pushes this paper over to me, and I guess it's like a new contract with G Fuel and my sponsorship. He's proposing a new contract to me. And he kind of went over the changes to it. The like big ones being that I wasn't supposed to take part in any singing, and he also wanted to lower payouts to me. And I don't know what the fuck the singing thing's for, because I don't sing other than for the new you, right? But I was pissed about the lower pay. So it's like, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. I just keep the contract we have. And he just kind of like leaned closer to me, and he said something like, I needed to sign the contract because the influence wants me to. And I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know what the influence is. So I'm like, bro, just keep the current contract. I don't want to deal with this. And then I just stood up from my chair, to tell him that I was like ready to go. And then Clifford just kind of like took a moment, and then he finally slowly stood up. I think he glared at me, and he reached his hand out for a handshake. I took his hand and I gave a handshake, but it was like this really kind of tense, awkward moment. And after the handshake, I walked over to the elevator and started heading down. And at some point on the elevator down, the experience just kind of ended, and I woke up.
Okay, Eric, that's a really good one. Excuse me. Just have some water. Are you ready to hear this? Let me just go over it, Eric. You just stay muted. You don't have to say funny things while I'm telling you. But
Phil, you told Phil not to stay muted.
This is now, Eric. Every new moment is new. This is now. That was then. Okay?
I feel like you're just treating me differently, though. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, go on.
No. We're all okay. Just be okay now, and guess what? Everything's okay. See? It's that simple. So, I have your agreement that you're going to listen. It's a good one.
I always listen to you, Duane.
Okay, this is a good one, and it's for you. It's for you. So, but you decide. You're the decider. I'm just going to go over it, and you make sense of it. Okay, so go ahead and mute. Okay, it's very simple.
Sorry, Duane. Yeah, sorry.
See, yeah, you need to learn to control yourself. First of all, I do have one question for you. When you went up the elevator, do you remember how many floors you went up?
I didn't really count, but I feel
What
like it
would
was
you
like 13.
13. Okay, you felt it was 13 in this experience?
Yeah.
Look, you think so? Okay. 13th.
I don't have any proof of it. It just kind of feels like it.
Okay, 13th floor. Okay, we'll go off of that. It's your experience. Again, I'm just the observer. All right?
Okay.
All right, let's go over it. This can help you, but again, you decide how it will or not. All right? Okay, so the car represents an idea. And the idea here is your G fuel, which I've told you about before. Okay? And now it's showing up for what it really is. So anyhow, just like you're saying, I'm just going off what you're saying. Okay, I'm not going to make it into something else. And when you get there, you go, gee, I wonder why I'm here, or whatever. Well, again, you don't know until you get there. So you're to go up and meet the head guy, like the guy that you met on the boat. Okay, but this is his real side, Eric. This is the real person, not the puppet personality that you met on the boat that just markets people and uses them. Okay? But this is the real intent you're seeing. This is the real guy. So you go up, and it's interesting. In most buildings, there's no such thing as the 13th floor because it's been like a taboo.
Wait,
yeah.
I never knew that.
Well, you know it now, and you can check it out. Okay?
That's wild.
Because the number 13 is supposed to be like a hocus pocus magical bad thing. Okay, so actually, in most hotels, high rise or whatever, call them up and ask them, do you have a 13th floor? No, they don't. It goes from 12 to 14. Most
Okay,
of
I'll
them.
call them right now. Hold up.
No, otherwise I'm hanging up.
Oh, okay, continue. Sorry.
No bullshit. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to know. Stop interrupting, or I'll hang up. You interrupt one more
Sorry,
time,
dude.
and I'm gonna. Okay, because we're already at 10:30. Okay, but this is a good experience for you, and I want it recorded because it's all there. All the elements are there. Okay, so you get up to the office, you meet the fellow, and he's got a new contract for you. You see, the first contract that he gave you was BS. That was to rope you in. That was marketing ploy, the one on the boat. See, they wined and dined you on the boat because they want to use you, Eric. Because you're a donut. They want to use it. They see you. You're a donut. But they want to build you up as, oh, you're the big gamer. You're all this stuff. You're all controlled by the system, Eric. So again, you're in the office, and all of a sudden you see his sidekick bow and kneel to him. There's your first big hint, okay? In other words, he's the God, all right? He's the God that people pray to and worship. He's the God. He's the big businessman God. That's your first hint as to the control factor, okay? And then comes the contract, just like you see in some movies, but you probably have never seen them, where people make an agreement with the so-called devil. They do a contract. So in other words, the devil comes out. There's been many movies like that. He makes a deal with somebody, says, look, you can have all the pleasures and money you want, but after 20 years, I get your soul or whatever. Okay, it's just this thing's in the movies. It's been in many movies, okay, which you haven't seen. But anyhow, there's the basic idea. And then he tells you the influence wants me to have you sign this contract. Well, all through my books, you should read them. I describe the influence. And when I took the Rod of Power in 2001, and the boys introduced me head on to the influence, I recognized her right away. Knew exactly who she is, and I wrote about it in my books. And the influence is the dark force that keeps you unconscious. I told you about the G fuel, etc. And see, it's not really about the money. The money is the idea that you're going to get less money, etc. That's just the idea to piss you off, to control you through your emotions, etc. But you're always the decider. So now, Eric, you are seeing the real side of that boat trip. They've got you, and you're marketing their crap. And as long as you do, you're screwed. No matter how much money you get, you will end up with nothing but debt. And it's showing you right there. And if you can't see it, that's up to you. But it's more than obvious. I told you this stuff is shit. All that stuff is crap. And you're promoting that to children, kids, people, and you're responsible, just like the chemtrail pilots in the sky poisoning the world, they're responsible. Yeah. You decide.
Well, there's nothing wrong with like tomato awareness G fuel. It's for awareness. Like there's grass in there that's automatically aware.
Eric, it's all marketing ploy. You have no idea what's in there. They lie. They don't tell you everything that's in there. It's all shit. It's an aluminum can. People are drinking aluminum. Gives you Alzheimer's, gives you cancer. The whole thing is a piece of shit. But you go ahead and promote it. You have the right to do that. You have free will, Eric. But it's showing you right there. See, the real you, aside from Eric, sees all of a sudden the experience. That's why you were upset. Because
because of the money.
Yeah, no, it's not about the money.
That's what I was thinking about.
That's your personal self, but the real you is upset because it sees the bullshit now. But you decide what you're going to go with. And it's right there. It's showing you right there. Read my books about the influence. Yeah.
Bro, I can't understand what you have in those books. You're gonna have to write a translated version for me.
No, you're just going to have to grow up and figure it out. That's it, or you blew it this lifetime. That's that simple. So again, you're going to have to figure it out, dude. So again, it's just like going to college. They're not going to rewrite the program just for you. Yeah, it's very real, Eric.
Well, I mean, in college you get to pick your classes, right?
But you got to go with how they've created the classes and programmed you for them. They're not going to rewrite them for you. That's real too, Eric. So I'm trying to help you, but again, you're the decider. Okay, so
I thought Phil was the decider.
each person is the decider of their life. This is
Oh,
your
okay.
life. This is your life. We're all who we are. Okay, and this is the hand that's been dealt to you, and you decide how you're going to play it. Yeah, it's like a card game. This is the hand that's been dealt to you, and you decide how you're going to play that. Now, it's showing you right there the crap that this stuff is and the people you're dealing with. But you decide you want them as your buddy, have fun.
Wait, so why did the desk person like bow to Clifford? Like that's a really weird thing for.
He's showing you, I told you, it's a huge hint. Bow and kneel to authority. He's an authority, okay? He's a marketer. He's a businessman. He's an authority.
Do you think he's a reptilian? Like an evil reptilian? I'm like a good reptilian.
That's body type, Eric. Just like you have a human body type, like a woman has a human body type. That's body type. It's about the intent, okay?
Well, you always talk about the evil reptilians.
Those are body types, like the car you were driving, dude, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, whatever. Those are body
Then why
types.
do you keep talking about them?
See, you're confusing definition with awareness.
Well, you keep saying them in all your writings, right? Like I've seen your rambles before.
That's your literal side because you don't have an awareness yet. You just keep going with your literal side and definitions. That's not how things are. You're not picking up the hints. When this fella is bowing and kneeling to this guy, what does that tell you? What do people do in church? They bow and kneel to invisible gods that are BS. And so he's bowing and kneeling to this guy. He's the god of marketing ploy.
God of marketing ploy?
You're bowing and kneeling to them too. He's showing you what you're doing. Do you get it? Does everything have to be explained to you? You're bowing and kneeling into him too. Every time you say, oh, this is a great drink, this is good, whatever, you're bowing and kneeling to him because he's marketing you. You're his puppet.
So, what do you think I should do?
It's your life. Do whatever you want. I don't care what you
do. What?
I'm not here to tell you what to do. Go ask your mother.
Bro, my mom's not alive anymore. You know that.
She is. She just doesn't have a physical body. When are you going to wake up? Where do you think you're at on the real side? Go meet your mom. You can meet your mom on the real side. She's there. She's watching you. You can go talk to her. Go
Mom?
ask her.
Are you there? Mom?
She's right next to you.
She's right here?
Yeah.
Oh, God, Mom, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have let them stab you like that. I should have been there and used a hammer pump or something.
I told you to see the movie Ghost with Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze. Did you ever see it? No. You're too lazy to... Yeah.
I watched Shrek 2.
Oh, wow. Duh.
Mom, did you watch Shrek 2 with me? Oh, God.
Your mom's... You're not.
I miss you, Mom. I wish you were still here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Duane.
Okay.
I just get emotional. I miss her.
We have all these moments, all of us do here, because that's a personal self. But your mom is fine. She's actually better off. And you can go talk to her anytime. You can talk to her anytime.
What do you mean she's better off?
Well, it's better than where she's at is better than the physical realm.
It's better?
Yeah, it's better.
So why am I still here?
Because you keep agreeing to be here.
You're saying I don't have to?
You have the choice to do whatever you want, Eric. Nobody's holding you back.
So I could be with her again?
You're already with her.
Well, I mean, like, more.
There is no before. There's only now.
No, I said more, like...
More than what? Can you breathe more than you can breathe? There's no more. It just already is.
Yeah, but I have to be, like, asleep to be on the real side.
So, you're asleep here. What do you think? You're awake here? You have an awareness here, but you're sleeping. See, I just showed you. You took the trip. See, I'm explaining to you this over and over. You took the trip on the guy's boat, okay? And now you have what you think of as a dream. Okay, now compare the two. I just showed you how he marketed you, how he ployed you into agreeing with marketing this stupid drink that's poison, okay? Now on the real side, that is not a dream, okay, but you think it's a dream, he's showing you exactly what he's doing. You see? Now, in the physical, you may make the same amount of money. The contract may be the same. But on the real side, that's what's really happening, Eric. And as long as you agree to it, that's your fate. Not here, because this will disappear too. So you're screwed both sides, unless you wake up and see what's going on. Why do you think I kicked your ass all that time? Why do you think the Burger King guy kicked the tray and all that shit? Because that food that you order at Burger King represents your consciousness. It's crap. You keep agreeing to crap. You keep thinking the same way. You don't take the time to recognize what's going on. And I know this takes time, but you're a big boy now. And you're having the experiences. Take a look at them. Your physical life is a dream. You're dreaming it every day. It's a dream. It's the passing dream. I talk about this in the books. I talk about the influence all the time.
Do you talk about Burger King in the books?
Not at all, because it's not worth mentioning.
Well, you just mentioned it.
You asked about the books, dude. I said it's not in the books.
Well, you mentioned it beforehand, like just now.
You first brought it up, so every time I mention Burger King,
I did.
That's your reference. Okay, I'm
I thought you
using
just brought it up.
references. Yeah,
You brought up the
but
food.
it came from you. It is your reference. I use your references to try to show you how to wake up, because that is your experience. Your references are used to help you wake up, because that's what you're familiar with. You see, Eric? You like Burger King. That's your reference.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Well, again, that's your choice, right? No one made you do it. You go in there, you order, that's your choice. All that's fine. My position is to show you how to recognize your real awareness. But if you don't want to do that, then I would say forget all this. Just stay as you are. That's your life. You have
Wait,
free
what?
will. Do whatever you want. Yeah.
You're saying I should, like, stop talking to you?
No, I'm saying that you have choice. You have free will.
Well, I want to keep doing the calls with you.
Okay, well, I suggest to help yourself that you really start to figure some of this stuff out as you go along here. Now, again, this is a very good experience. All right, and it's showing you right there who you're dealing with. You might say you're dealing with the devil, but that's up to you. See, he wants you to sign a new contract. It's the next step with the influence, so you're totally taken over, subdued, and duh. It's up to you. That's what he wants. Yeah, that's the trick. See, just like this, let me explain and don't interrupt. And that is
I would
that
never interrupt you.
anybody can go to colleges or whatever, and they can go through a program called FOSFA. It's a federal program, and you can get grants and student loans, which many people do. Stop, Eric. But the reason
What
they
do you mean?
do it is to hook you, because eventually you owe them money and they want you to work for them to pay it back. You know, these are the people that print the money, okay, out of nothing, etc. So again, I'm just giving you another example of marketing ploy, how they hook people into something thinking that, oh, I'm really going to do good with this, but actually it's just going to cost you more lifetimes. All right. That's all, of unawareness. So now you have the awareness and you have some kind of recognition of real guidance. You have that right now. Now you decide how much further you're going to go and keep going, but you have to figure these things out. But if you don't take the time to figure it out to where it becomes you, to where this becomes your lifestyle, then you're just like a computer. You're just like a robot. It means nothing to you. You
Thought I was
have
a
to.
donut.
You have to start to live it. Well, you want to get beyond being a donut, or do you want to stay a donut?
Well, I also thought I was the big brain, so I don't know.
Well, that doesn't sound too good either, but that's your choice. You ever taken a look at a brain? Yeah,
I mean, I have one in me.
yeah, but it's a gooey mess. And see, again, I'd rather refer to awareness. It's like the sun shining in the air you breathe. It's clean, no restrictions, no goo. Yeah, you decide.
So what you're saying is you have no brain?
What I'm saying is that the bodies will grow old. That's it. You will always be awareness, but it just depends upon what you are aware of. That becomes the difference. So if you're just aware of being a physical person, then you will constantly reincarnate because that's all you know. I'm trying to show you that there's a
I'm aware
lot
of
more,
Burger King.
but you have to decide to recognize it. Well, I didn't make life. Life is what it is, and it's invisible. The reality of life is it's not visible like this. It's so much better. It's invisible, but you got to learn to see it, and then it's visible to you in the true sense. This is a passing dream. Okay?
Hey, maybe I should reach out to like a podcast and see if they'll cover the new you for me.
Yeah, they'll do that. Do a podcast. You're a young kid, good-looking
Oh,
kid.
I can't run a podcast myself, bro, but I can reach out to someone who does and
Okay.
see if they'll cover the new you, and maybe I can get them to help out with the G Fuel sponsorship.
Well, I would have something to do with it, but if you're going to bring G Fuel into it, I'll have nothing to do with it.
What do you mean?
Just what
Well,
I
what would
said.
you have to do with it?
Well, they can interview me, and I can do a lot of good explanation that they won't understand, but at least I'll have said it.
I don't know. They might want the G Fuel sponsorship more,
Have fun. Every time you
but like
promote,
at least
you're
they'll get
responsible.
covered, right?
You're responsible for all that crap. So again, as it goes out there, and you're going to see it in the coming years, you're going to see the repercussions of all that, Eric. You don't see it yet, but you're going to be part of it, and you're going to be responsible also.
Is that going to come up before or after you die?
It's not about that, Eric. It will be according
I was
to.
just curious, you know.
There's no time. There's no time schedule here, Eric. Everything is now.
Well, you said in the future just now, so clearly not.
The future doesn't exist. It's an idea.
But you just said that people, like in 40 years, are going to...
I didn't say years. No, I said that as you create this, okay, the idea is that as you create and promote what you do, you're creating your future. And yes,
You just said that doesn't exist.
There becomes a future and you will meet it. Well, now I'm talking about time and space, okay, not
You
awareness.
said time doesn't exist.
Not when you have the recognition of it, but when you're agreeable to it, it does exist for you. So again, you haven't done your homework to see the difference between your real awareness and your personal self in time and space. They're two different things.
So then, how are you seeing time if, like you talked about the future? How are you talking about the future when you're aware, right? Are you not aware or what?
See, again, you're asking from your personal self that is not aware. So the personal self is always questioning because it doesn't know. That's why it asks questions. So every time you ask a question, you prove that you don't know. So where does the question go? I use the future as a reference because I'm showing you as to what you're deciding, and it's eventually going to show up because it's in cause and effect creation. For every cause, there is an effect, Eric. And the drink that they're making, and when people is the cause, the manufacturing of that drink is cause. And when people drink that and down the line and they're poisoned, there's the effect. And you'll be part of that because you promoted it. Yeah, they will get cancers. They will get diabetes and cancers from that drink. Your experience proves that, but you don't see it yet.
Wait, are you saying that I'm gonna get cancers?
As long as you're part of it and as long as you keep going with it, then you're going to be part of it in some way. I'm not saying anything. Again, it's going to come around how it does. There will be an effect from it, Eric. Do you get that part?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if there's like, I don't know if it's proven.
Well,
Like scientifically.
Eric, it will be proven,
But
Eric.
the future doesn't exist.
But
So,
it will.
What do you
when
mean?
you're in. See, again, semantics. You want to play around with semantics, you will get nowhere.
I don't know anyone named Samantha.
Yeah. So again, okay, it's almost 11 o'clock. This has gone on an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Right.
I really hope I don't like get cancer or anything, because then I won't be able to pay the boss baby for the picnic. That would be really bad.
You have a lot to consider, Eric. And so again, I've tried to help you the best I can to this moment. So again, there will be new moments. So here's the new you.
No, I thought that we were only in the present. There can't be new moments if we're in the present.
You decide, Eric. Have fun.
Hold on, I need to turn the thing on.
You crew, we gather round, real guys bring the truth profoundly. These are Germans here, follow me to the message clear. Go Paul, Das and Paul, they say Duane the writer leads the way. Time to madness, it's blight, gotta wake up, see the light. Don't think, just feel the vibe. The sun's are gonna cause it dry. Break the chains, the mental hold. Truth unfold, the storms are guide, a cosmic drive. Break the chains, the mental hold. The truth unfold, the story told. We strong, and unite front. Against the darkness, we will hunt. Time to break the simulation spell with new you power. We are skibbity new you, breaking free from the matrix. Dark forces lurking, reptilian scheme. That lies that control, a twisted dream. You together, we rise above, shattering the lies, spreading risk.